As a young man, I cannot be at the top of the state and maybe want to find myself under mangroves eating rusumbala like the others. That is to say, to accept to forget your youth, to accept to forget your life, and to devote yourself entirely to your country. One of the risks is this situation that we are living, destabilization. Because if you want to straighten the boat in such a country, inevitably you have to survive. And by surviving to straighten the boat, you create internal and external enemies. So we have to face this situation of destabilization, of murder, and of everything. Because we have affected the interests of many people. There is social inequality, there is corruption, there is poor management of public health. If we try to straighten all this, inevitably, we will affect the individual interests of some people. And these people are often rich. They have money, they use it to manipulate often poorer people, to put them at risk. This is internal. And these same people do not hesitate to coalesce with the imperialist forces who spend their time trying to impoverish us. The other side are these external forces. There are many countries today that we have on our backs. We have no choice. We have to do it. If we want our country to be independent, if we want our sovereignty, if we want Burkina Faso to eat at their expense, if we want our children to go to school without paying a penny, if we want tomorrow the malaria, which is one of the most common diseases in Burkina Faso, so that we can heal our population, in some words, at zero cost. Some dreams that we have, but we will have to make a lot of concessions. We will have to prevent certain powers from pillaging us, and that creates a lot of enemies. So we are prepared for these situations. We live them as normal, in fact. It does not frighten us, it does not scare us. It still gives us the courage to move forward. Because through these events, we know that the directive line that we have chosen is the best line for our country, for our people. So we live it like that. And the plotters, actually, we have spent 2 years raising awareness, talking, putting people on guard. But it was necessary for the Burkinabe to see for themselves how far certain Burkinabe can go against the country. If we had started to serve in a certain way, it is not obvious that you will understand us. Captain Thomas Sankara was misunderstood at some point, maybe because they started strong. But we had to let the people see, understand what these plotters are, communicate with the people.
The audience of Bobo Dioulasso would like to know what the fate reserved for these plotters is.
As we said, from this moment on, I will not go into details. Everyone will take responsibility. If someone takes such a step, he assumes all the consequences. We will not advise anyone or put people on guard.
Let's go back to the case of Barcelogo. An audience member would like to know what really happened.
But I think Barcelogo was personally targeted, because Barcelogo and I have a history. Barcelogo and the situation of the country have a history. In July 2022, you may be able to contact Barcelogo. I challenged a lot of